Now, for those of you who've been waiting for BADSHAH, let's do this, all right? Let me just lock this all down for you. I went out to Mumbai with DJ Harps last week. She did a week of shows of her breakfast show from there. My task while I was out there was to record loads of live sessions and to record loads of interviews. I'll tell you exactly what we have ready for you to listen again to using the BBC iPlayer radio app. But on the fourth day, we caught wind that BADSHAH was going to be at his record label just for a few hours before he left Mumbai. So I rushed over there, battered the door down and said, I will be speaking to BADSHAH for my listeners in the UK. And here's what happened.
Bobby Friction
on BBC Asian Network.
I'm currently sitting in some extremely plush offices here in Mumbai. They are the home of Sony India, the label that's given us, amongst other things, the career and the music of BADSHAH. And BADSHAH's with me right now. Bro, just great to catch up with you again. And on home turf this time.
Yeah. Welcome.
I just always link you now permanently to Hounslow, Heston, Birmingham and various parts of London. It's just really nice seeing you in India.
How are you feeling? How's Mumbai treating you?
It's good. I mean, look, you know I'm a Delhi and Chandigarh boy.
Yeah.
So Mumbai's not so much a touch on the arm. It's much more of a slap around the face.
Yeah, to me too as well.
So the last time we met, you were talking about your album. Mm-hmm. Since then, BADSHAH has come out. Mm-hmm. I've been playing it on my show.
Thank you.
Love that tune. Mm-hmm. One thing I need to ask, most definitely, is I just feel like you're evolving so far away from the glory Bollywood days of Abhi To Party Shuru Hui Hai to a real hip-hop vibe now.
Yeah.
Is that something you've done on purpose?
You'd be surprised to know that I made BADSHAH a month before I made Abhi To Party Shuru Hui Hai. So I think see, Abhi To Party Shuru Hui Hai is something that I love making because, you know, as a listener, I know that I'd enjoy such a song. But BADSHAH is a song that I want to make because I want to make such music. So the evolution has definitely happened because of various things. Because I've been traveling around the world, and because of the fast internet services, you know, the consumption of music is so staggering right now. I mean, you don't know what's the next thing that's going to come out. So as an artist, I think sometimes you feel insecure about your own sound, but then again that helps you to experiment, and you know, a certain amount of success reinforces a certain confidence inside you. So I was literally a nobody in the industry, but then, you know, some guys from Bombay called me and they were like, you know, we're making a film and we want a song from you. And I made the song for those people, and then those people disappeared. That film was never made. The calls were never picked. They literally disappeared. So I was sitting with the song, and which I believed in too much, because I thought that was a revolution. Because I thought, you know, if I ever hear the song in a club, I'll go pagal, proper pagal. So that's when, you know, Sony got me a meeting with Riya Kapoor, Sonam's sister, Anil Sir's daughter, who's a film producer. And she was like, this is a mad track, we need this for the film. And I made that song in an hour, flat, complete song, at my place, without a studio, on a headphone, and a USB mic. And ever since I've been doing the same thing. It's only now that I've, you know, started visiting these fancy big studios in Mumbai just to take a feel. I still go back to my laptop for programming. But that's how the song was made, and it went ballistic. It didn't change my life, it gave me my life.
So you mentioned you're writing more personal stuff, and you also said, I'm doing me now. Yeah. Who is me? You know, some rappers, once you get their one album, which is their personal album, you go, okay, this is about your childhood. The next rapper, okay, this is actually, you're a hippie, even though you're a rapper. Who's the real BADSHAH?
I think I'm a guy who just made it big because he was really passionate, because probably he had a point to prove to a lot of people, including himself. And while doing that, he went along. He suffered a lot. He enjoyed a lot, obviously, as well, because that was the fruit of his success.
What do you mean you suffered?
See, I think there's a lot of suffering for an artist who's very inclined towards, who's very passionate about his art. I mean, there's a lot of sacrifice on the family front, which is the biggest sacrifice any human being can make, any social human being can make. So that is something that I really want people to know, that it's not easy. You see all this success, you see this Rolex, you see these cars, but it's meaningless. The luxury for me right now is not a car. The luxury for me right now is to be able to spend time with my family and my daughter. That's a luxury for me. That's something that I can't afford right now, because of my lifestyle. And strangely, ironically, this is the lifestyle that I've chosen. So that is me, a guy who's probably made it somewhere. But why is this strange unhappiness then?
So there is an unhappiness. Of
course, and I think every artist has that unhappiness, but it's the facade. It's those moments that give you success, that give you I gave a hit. I've got this much money in my account. Those. Okay, even if I cry, I'll cry in the backseat of a Rolls Royce. But then again, the pure happiness lies with just spending time with the people you love.
That's just blown my mind. It's like the archetypal rock and roll story. The star, literally using your metaphor, who's crying in the back of a Rolls Royce.
I'm not crying, but thinking about things now. So it's that dilemma which I want people to listen to and probably help me out. Second most interesting song in my life, probably Hamma. So Karan sir told me that he was making this film with Aditya Roy Kapoor and Shraddha Kapoor, and he was like, we want you to recreate Hamma Hamma. And I said, no sir, I won't do it, because it's a Rahman song, and I don't want to touch it. Although I would love to, because I have a particular vision for this song in my mind. But then he was like, no, go ahead, just do it. And again, on my laptop, on a dining table in Noida, I got my cousin to sing it for me, and I made the dummy and I sent it to the concerned people, and it was sonically entirely different from what the original song was like. It was this slow R&B sort of a thing, and then with a drop, and everyone was like, this is, what is it? I mean, you've messed it up completely. What is it? I mean, it is a bad song. Although it hurt me, because I knew if it comes out, people are gonna like it. But then the director of the film called me. He sent me a message. This is exactly what I wanted. And he stood up for me. He and Karan sir stood up for me, even though Karan sir was producing it. But the people around him were like, no, we don't like the song. But Karan sir stood up for me. I made the song. We released the song. It got so much negativity. I was doing a show with Karan sir, a TV show. I started crying in front of him. It was like, what happened? In a break, and I was like, sir, I'm really sorry, but I think it's a good song. He was like, BADSHAH, don't worry, give it 5 days. It is going to be the biggest song, I'm telling you. And it was the most streamed song on iTunes last year. It was the biggest song last year.
So let's talk about why I do what I'm doing and why you do what you're doing, and that's the music and the album.
Yeah.
Okay, and Garija, I've been spinning it on my show. I love it. I like the simplicity and the minimalism of the beats. I love the fact that you seem to be breathing heavier and heavier.
Yeah.
With each track. You know how Drake slowed down his delivery with each track?
Yeah.
Kanye got more auto-tuned with each track.
Yeah.
You seem to have started shouting and now you're actually just like, okay.
Yeah.
So tell me about your evolution of sound.
I think it's more of a conversation. I cannot sing. I cannot shout. I don't have a voice. I don't have a heavy voice. Like DMX probably, or for that matter even Rafta. I mean, They can stand here, the microphone can be on the other side of the room, they can still record a track. I've been a soft-spoken guy probably forever. So that is me, and I just want to talk to you, and I just want to capture every expression. And when I'm in front of the mic, it's just me and the mic, and that is my sound. And then Mercy is also very important, because I was like, why did I start making music? Because I want to make music for my own self and not for the people. I went back to those days. I made Mercy just the way I wanted to make it. It was very unconventional when it came out. It didn't have the regular drop that people were expecting. It had a different, the huskiness of the voice, the visuals, and that is why it's very important for me, because I think it gave me a lot of confidence again.
So if that's your sound and BADSHAH is the real taste of that, what are we going to hear sonically on the album then?
Sonically, it's going to be a surprise. I don't know if it's going to be a pleasant one. I hope it is a pleasant surprise, but it's a fantastic roller coaster ride. Sonically, it has to be up to the standards. Sonically, it has to be able to appeal. Why? Because then you have to tell a story, and if your medium, if your vehicle is not supporting you, you won't be able to go far. The reach would be limited. So sonically, I've taken a long break after Mercy and then this Courage. I've worked a lot on my sound right now. Even for Courage, I changed my sound from what I made it back in the day. But I think it's more about the lyricism in the next album. There are going to be typical BADSHAH songs, but then there's going to be a lot of lyricism, which I think people are going to be able to relate to as well, because we are all human beings and the emotions are universal. So yeah.
So you keep threatening us with this album. I want a release date, even if you're not going to give it to me today. Just lie or something.
No, I'm not gonna lie. We were actually upstairs in the office discussing about the release date. And I mean, I've got so many tracks. I want people to listen to it. And every 6 months, I go back to the drawing board and recreate the album sonically. And I'm too tired of it now, because that's a phase of my life which I think has come to an end. And this album is a sort of a culmination that is BADSHAH right now. And I want people to listen to it now. I want to step out of the zone, get into a different zone. So I think March is definitely the month. It's definitely the month, and
possibly, maybe, definitely.
Definitely the month, and it's a BBC Asian exclusive. Date is still not decided, but I promise you, if I've said March, it is going to be March. Yeah.
Thank you so much for letting me come into your offices and helping me here in Mumbai.
Thank you so much.